of it's a little bit scary because like Google, a lot of what they're doing is trying to automate it to allow any advertiser, or like basically like the uneducated advertiser, to have the same, I guess, opportunity of success as an agency like me. And so, for example, they're really trying to push smart bidding strategies and broad match keywords, and like they got rid of the average position ranking, so you don't know, how much you need to bid for certain phrases. So what they're doing is they're trying to make it more automated, but there's still ways that you need to be creative. They are trying to, I guess, automate things as easy as possible and almost cut the agencies out, because it's not necessarily, and so that's what I'm saying. It's like kind of just for job security purposes of, are agencies even going to be around in 5 or 10 years? Most likely they are, because people are lazy, and
people are super lazy. I'm telling you right now.
But why would they want to cut out these people?
Just because they want the ease of use, and I think people get overwhelmed if they can't do it themselves. And so if you can, have basically a set it and forget it type of a strategy where it's like, you don't even have to provide keywords, or you provide ads. They'll write the ads for you, and they'll, set up basically smart
one-stop shop every deal.
Yeah.
Simple. Mm-hmm.
So it's basically like they say, hey, what's your industry? How much do you want to spend? And then we'll group out all these people together. And they're already kind of starting to do that. I mean, I've noticed, so I've worked with one of my largest clients for the last 5 years. I haven't worked with them anymore just because it's so saturated, is health insurance. So I worked for with some health insurance call centers, and the cost per click about 4 years ago was about $2 or $3 a click, or cost per lead was about $12 to $15 per lead, and the cost per sale was about $150. They were making, for health insurance new sign up, I think that's like, I hate health insurance, how shady it is, because the middlemen are literally making about 2 or 3 months of your of monthly premiums.
Yeah.
So like if you're paying like $400 or $500 per month, the person that signed you up is probably making about $1,000 to $1,500 off of that. Jesus. And so when their cost per acquisition is $150 per new sign up, they're making 7 to 10x or so, just off of that. And so that was, and then it's gotten so competitive where I kept doing that, and it kept, instead of $2 a click, it went to $5 a click, then it went to $7 a click. Now it's $12 a click, only because they got rid of the average position ranking. So, and there's more and more people advertising for the same keywords. And so since they got rid of average position, before you could figure out exactly where your keywords are in the search results and where they were showing up. And so like, for example, if you went after like individual health insurance plans, they would tell you your average position is 2.1, you're paying $3.05. And so then you could kind of work with that and be like, okay, if I bid $3.25, where does my average position go? And so you could figure out,
you can kind of forecast
manually
forecast a little bit,
and you could manually change your bid. And now they basically are punishing people that are manually bidding. And not only that, they're lumping everything together where they don't tell you how much you're paying. So even if you're in that first position and you want to get more aggressive, that's the thing. Google is in a business to make money. And so let's say, you were in position 1 already, but you were bidding $7.50 for individual health insurance plan. Then all of a sudden, you see it's a little bit more competitive, that you're not always at the top of the page, or, but you really are. Your next competitor is willing to pay $8 a click, but then you don't know where you are on the average position. So sometimes you see them higher, and then you're like, okay, let me raise it to $11 a click. And then it just keeps getting a battle back and forth.
Yeah, it removes a max on how much you're gonna spend.
So
Yeah,
so if you think $11,
because if you see that you can spend an extra dollar and you'll hit the number one spot or whatever, then you'll spend it. But if you don't know, then you don't know how high, then you might overbid. Whereas over here, like where the old way, you might know exactly how much to bid.
pretty much they took away your efficiency.
Right.
That's what they did. They took away your efficiency.
Well,
that's so nuts, though.
There's
the money,
still
though.
other strategies. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, they just wanted to be able to increase the average cost per clicks on pretty much every industry out there by automating the bidding strategies for all users.
So yeah, so they're trying to market, hey, this is good for everybody, but it's not really, though.
Right. And so which, especially for like very competitive industries. So I don't work with attorneys. That's why we're like my plastic surgeons. I say they got the lawyer money, but not the lawyer bullshit, because no one wants to work with attorneys. But not only are they dicks usually, but like it's so ridiculously competitive. So like if a cost per click for like a plastic surgeon is like $8 to $10 per click, in more competitive regions.
Yeah.
Guess how much like a divorce attorney, like if you were to type in like divorce attorney, like near me, or personal injury attorney, take a wild guess how much a click, not even like a phone call, but like a click would be.
Probably, I'll say probably $50.
What's an average? Like, I don't even know where to even like.
So average, I'd say for most industries I work with, I would say is $5 to $7. Some of them are lower, some of them are higher.
Okay.
For personal injury attorneys, in most metropolitan areas, you're paying $250 to $400 per click. That's not even per phone call.
Jesus,
that's per click. That's and so like, for example, if you could easily spend 4 clicks in a day, so that's $1,000. And if not one of those people ends up being, like fully calls you or leaves a form on your website, you just wasted $1,000. And so it's hard to justify for these, surgeons or for these attorneys that like, because like they get like in a cock measuring contest where it's like, I've got a bigger budget. No, I got a bigger budget. And attorneys, they always they're so competitive that they've drove up the price per click so much, especially now that like you don't know where you are, your average position is. And so it's hard because it's like, even if you have a $5,000 monthly budget, that sounds like a lot, but that's, it could only be maybe like 20 clicks or 30 clicks.